So before I get started, I do just kind of want to say that at least there aren't any silver jock straps in it. Holy silver dick, Batman. What is going on, guys? Welcome to the James Walker Show. So, as many of you know, Matt Reeves has unveiled his first look at the Batman suit. You know, the movie comes out next year. And it's got a lot of people talking. Some people really kind of hate it, and some people just kind of tolerate it. We got two really good looks at the suit. The first came from, I don't know if it was a tweet, Instagram or something that just Matt Reeves just kind of put out there. But it was in this, red light. It was kind of ominous. It didn't give too much detail to the suit besides the emblem, the shoulder pads. It's got a collar on it, and then finally goes up to Robert Pattinson in the cowl. And I liked it. When I first saw it, I really liked it. I thought the headpiece kind of it looked too flimsy to me. We've gotten so accustomed to the cowl being kind of like a helmet. But for the most part, I liked it. There was a lot of stuff missing. We didn't see like the gauntlets, we didn't see the belt, the cape, the horns on it. I mean, that was the big deal. So a couple days later, some set photos revealed the actual costume. The horns, the gauntlets, the belt, and everything. And a lot of people were kind of mad. But to get down to the nitty-gritty of like the suit itself, like the cowl still kind of looks like that flimsy material. Doesn't look like the helmet like we've been, accustomed to like, the Dark Knight trilogy. But to me, just the horns are just too thin. It looks more like antennas than horns. So it doesn't strike fear into me. And that's Batman's whole thing, is like he's a detective, but he also strikes fear into criminals. I like the shoulder pads. I like the chest piece. I like, the whole torso looks alright. I can even go for the collar. I really kind of like that collar. But the gauntlets, like the padding on the gauntlets, whatever that's supposed to be, that just looks like too bulky and just ridiculous. It's like a total different color scheme from the rest of his outfit. So I'm just kind of like, what the hell is that? And then the gauntlets itself, like they're going the wrong direction. So that's something I have a problem with. That definitely looks like a more offensive approach than the Batman defensive. Batman doesn't want to kill people, but those kind of look like they're made for killing people. Here's the thing about the suit, is I understand people want their own interpretations of Batman. Everybody has, their idea or in their mind of what the perfect Batman suit looks like. For me, honestly, when I first saw that black and white photo of Ben Affleck's Batman, I thought, yes, that is exactly what I want. I want the silver, or I want the gray, the black, the, kind of leathery material. That is something I've always wanted to see in a movie. I do think that the suit kind of could have been streamlined a little bit, but for the most part, I loved the suit. I thought it was awesome. I even really like the armored Batsuit when he fights, Superman at the end. But when this unveiled, I mean, there was just so many questions, it gave us more questions than answers. Now, I understand that the inspiration for this comes from Lee Romeo. I honestly do not know how to pronounce that last name. And the suit is kind of more tactile. It's put together, how do I describe this? It's kind of like you made it yourself, but you made it more tactical instead of stylish. And that's really what they're going for. They're going for this kind of, Batman or Robert Pattinson puts the suit together himself. This is all stuff that he has lying around the Batcave. It isn't like he goes to Lucius Fox or something and Lucius Fox builds him a Batsuit. One thing I wanted to talk about, which I was like, what is the Bat emblem? I really like the Bat emblem, but a lot of people are saying that the Bat emblem is made from the gun that killed his parents. And I'm just kind of like, why the fuck would he want to do that? like, and everyone's going on like, oh, well, it was in the comic book, so it's awesome that they're putting it in. Like, listen, not everything from the comic books has to be put into the movies. If you look at movies like Batman Forever, Batman and Robin, that, you know, took inspiration from a lot of the, you know, 1960s comic books, and people fucking shit all over it. So your argument that if it was in the comic books it needs to be adapted to film is kind of null and void when it comes to movies like Batman Forever and Batman and Robin. So anyway, and my thing was like okay, do you think Jackie Kennedy wanted the gun that shot JFK? Like, I don't think so. I know I wouldn't want the fucking gun. So, I mean, there is that. I mean, we're never going to get the Dark Knight suit back. I mean, that was just kind of like the perfect Batsuit. That was, you know, it looked cool, but it was functional, you know. Even going back to, like, you know, 1989 and 1992, Batman and Batman Returns, that suit looked really, really good. It was, you know, it struck fear into people because it created Batman as this mythological person almost. And then Batman Returns, the suit was kind of tactical. And even when you get to the first, you know, the Batman Forever suit, I mean, despite the nipples, it still kind of looked okay. Batman and Robin suit, again, despite the nipples and the fucking metal cock piece, I mean, that was okay, decent. I mean, that's what I always felt about Batman and Robin, was like, you know, if this is the best it's gonna get, then, like, okay, you know, it's fucking Batman, at least. Even when he whips out, like, the Bat credit card and whatnot, you're still like, it's fucking Batman. So, anyway, I mean, the suit is kind of growing on me a little bit. I think part of it, too, is, like, the first glimpses of the suit are always the worst. The first time they unveiled the Batman Begins suit, I mean, the Batman Begins suit is probably one of the worser suits that have ever been out there. I mean, just because it was bulky and, you know, it seemed like the color was kind of mismatching, and it didn't look as put together as, say, like the Dark Knight Rises suit or just the Dark Knight suit. So, I mean, I don't know. When we actually see it in action, also, the other thing is we're seeing it in, like, harsh sunlight, middle of the day. So, you know, when we see him, like, in the shadows, you know, going back and forth, who knows, it might look really good. I think really a lot of it's going to fall on Robert Pattinson himself to really nail the character and nail the performance. If he gets the performance right, I don't care what the suit looks like. But, I don't know, I've always been a wide-eyed optimist when it comes to Batman. I'm just game for anything. I'm really reserving judgment for what the villains are going to look like. Now, if they really fuck up the villains, then I might just kind of say, alright, I'm out. But, I don't know, we'll see. You know, hopefully we'll get some more picks, maybe like in the Shadows or something. I don't know. But you know what, we still got a whole nother year. A lot can happen in that time frame, so, I mean, we'll see. But that's going to do it. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I wanted to give a quick shout out to my friends at the Exiles Network. You know, Mike, Chris, Manu, Paul, Lupe. I'm going to leave a link in the description to their channel where they do their podcast. Be sure to check it out, guys. They get really, really good podcast. Really, really insightful, entertaining stuff. But don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the bell icon. And as always, I will see you in the next episode.